Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2020, episode number 35. Game 7, first round, has gone our way. 115-94. We ran away with this thing in the middle quarters. 40-20 in the second, 37-24 in the third. Garbage time in the fourth allowed them back a little bit. But Walker, Fox, both big days. 23, 28 points. Richardson scored 18. Bagley had 12. Good team effort. Bull back with a vengeance. Scores 10 points, 5 of 7. Very efficient, doing what he's done so well in this series, being kind of the difference maker against, Dwayne Dedman, who actually did okay. That's kind of funny. But they are deep. They've got some talent on that roster, don't they? But with the win, we finally get out. Wow, look at the points in the paint. And the fast break, 14-6 edge. That favored us most games in this series. But when we finally do it, we have gotten out of the first round of a playoff series with this team. We're on to the second round. I'm not sure if we're going to get much deeper past this point. We're not quite there yet, but we are finally a second round team and deserve to be there. Clippers won their game to knock off the Thunder as well. With that, the Lakers win their series 4-1. That's who we play next after we win our series in 7. The Warriors, the 6th seed, swept the Mavericks. The Clippers survive against the Thunder, and they were down 3-2. The Knicks swept the Pacers. 76ers, after leading 3-0, finally beat the Heat in 7. The Hawks win in 5 against the Grizzlies, and the Pelicans survive a scare against the Nets. Both of the 2-7 matchups went to 7, and both of the 4-5 matchups went to 7. All right, now we're a team that has won every home game so far in this year's playoffs, and we've been pretty consistent with that through the season. So does that mean we lose in 7 against the Lakers, or can we finally get a road win, and can we still keep up the ability to win at home? My prediction, we lose in 6. Well, we'll see. Bull is healthy again, so we're back to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and let games 1 and 2 automatically sim. We'll watch game number 3 for this series. Yeah, we got a road win. Now, see, here's the thing. Record-wise, they're only 2 games better than us, just like we were only 2 games better than the Jazz. The top teams in the Western Conference are so close together. And we did have some success against the Lakers this season. By the way, Knicks win game 1. Hawks win game 1. Clippers crush the Warriors in game 1. But we steal the game on the road, and it's game 1. Wow. Okay, so Walker and Fox, both mid-20s, both pretty efficient, 18 shots apiece. Walker's were almost all three-point range, and he was nearly 50% from there. Cauley Stein, huge double-double, 15 boards for him. Bull again efficient, 6 of 7 with 12 points for him. Not getting the rebounds I would hope he would get, but he only played 9 minutes. And then the Lakers, Davis with 40. Can't seem to stop that guy, no matter what we do. But James is not, at this age, the efficient player that he was before. Still starting, but playing just 35 minutes, scoring just 9 points. And Carr ended up there, plus minus. He ended up the only one having a big day. They've got Chris Paul on the bench. Corey Joseph, our guy, played 17 minutes, and they don't have the depth. That's the thing with this Lakers team. They don't have the depth. Their roster really drops off pretty quick. And that makes them beatable. Points in the paint, plus 12. Second chance points, plus 2. Fast break points, 25-6. Maybe we can win this series. We can't stop Davis. But if we can stop everybody else... Maybe. No, I said maybe we lose in 6, but maybe we don't. I said it was game 3 that we were going to watch. Our next home game in the series. So here we go, game 2. Series is even, but still we stole home court advantage. Davis, again, 41 points. Can't stop Davis. It's kind of down to, can we stop others? And then can we score enough? Okay, both of these series are level at 1. Knicks lead 2 games, nothing. And the Warriors have leveled this series. Clippers scored, I think, almost the exact same amount of points, but the Warriors scored like 40 points more than they had in game 1. So we lose game 2, and there's your problem. We can't get it done with just one guy. Fox, 17 of 30. 43 points. But Walker, ice cold in game 2, a minus 18, just 14 points. Cauley-Stein didn't have a ton of rebounds like he had in the first game. We didn't get the extra support off the bench, as nobody had double digits there. In fact, only 2 players on the entire team had double digits. Davis had his 41. But the supporting cast was better. James, 17 points. 11 for 14 from the free throw line. He didn't do anything else in the game, but he got to the free throw line a lot. Capella is going to put up some points. Not a ton. Carr, that's a bit high. If Carr is 6 points lower, if James is 10 points lower, we win. If Walker scores another 10, we definitely win. I mean, we're right there. Right there. But I do think it is possible. We're still leading. I think we're gonna crush them in fast break points throughout this series. The second chance points were opposite this time. So we're close here. We've got to keep that close in every game, but we've got to keep this much closer. That is Anthony Davis. I think Capella actually 9 offensive rebounds. I mean, we don't know how much of that is putbacks and kickouts, but that hurt. We never even led in the game. Another terrible first quarter. There you go. We actually won the battle from the second quarter on. We lost it in the first. That's been our Achilles heel this season, and especially in these playoffs. So we head home for game 3. A chance to take advantage of what we now have, which is we've stolen home court advantage. Can we do something with that? Can we win game 3? 3 of the 4 series are level at a game apiece. So the road teams have done pretty well. 76ers, though, look on the verge. I mean, they've only won 1 of their last 6 games. 1 of the last 6. After starting 3-0 in the first round, they're 1-5 in the previous 6 games. So I have a feeling the 76ers, that's about the only series that you can call. And not just because it's 2-0 and the others are 1-1, but kind of that, so let's say, medium-term record that they have at the moment. All right. Still early series. For now, I want to push the tempo a bit. So we'll keep it at what is the normal. And here we go. Lakers strike first from the free throw line. But a 3 there. And we finally got on the board. Luckily, we didn't wait 8 minutes or 9 minutes or 20 million minutes to get on the board. Again, first quarter has been our Achilles heel through most of this season. Most of the games that we watch, we've had really, really slow starts. We trail 10-7. It's not great, but that's a much better start than what we've had in some of those other games. So I'll take it. Richardson has 5 points already on 2 of 2 shooting. I think he's made our only 3. We've had 4 attempts more than they've had so far, so I like that. Rebounds are level. Turnovers a -2. A little careless with the ball early on. And Lakers, their real edge is because they're 3 or 4 beyond the arc. So half their field goals. Stat lines are pretty similar between the two teams right now. Davis, 6 points already. He's getting going. 6 points, 3 rebounds. It's everybody else to watch. And right now, you look around him. LeBron just made a 3, but outside of that, nobody else is scoring. Davis has 11. So again, if we can hold back everyone else, I think we can win. Trail right now, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. But I still think this game is very much in reach. Fox needs to get scoring a little bit. He's 2 of 7 with 4 points. Bull, again, injecting some pace and energy into the team. He's got 7 points already. Richardson now into double digits. Still perfect from the field. Six-point game with 5 to go. Carr scoring again. Capella has 8. So kind of the usual suspects, but nobody else has really stepped up in a big way. So as we have a 5-point game here, for us, the big story has been Richardson's 6 of 6 with 16 points. Fox and Walker need to get scoring quite a bit more than they are right now. I mean, Bull has 6 attempts from the field. Walker has 6 attempts from the field. That shouldn't be. And we trailed by 10 at the half with a slow end to the quarter for us. That hurt a bit. I had a few guys in foul trouble. Holmes has 3. Barnes has 3. Bull has 3. Cauley-Stein and Bagley all have 3 fouls already. Only Carr for the Lakers. They have 11. We have 20 fouls. And that's been a story that we've seen before. Foul trouble being the difference. Good start to the second half. Some quick scores. Richardson still... Oh, he finally misses. Walker, 2 for 8. Come on, buddy. Come on. Fox, 4 for 11. I mean, combined, those guys are 6 for 19. That's not going to get the job done. We're lucky to be only 2 points down. Honestly, the way those two are playing. Cauley-Stein now into double digits. 2-point game. Davis has 30 already. I told you, he can score his points. It's if we can shut down everybody else. And so far we really have. Capella has 12. James has 5. Three-point game. Nearing the end of the third quarter. Fox, 10 for 19, 23 points now. He has caught fire here in the third quarter. Lakers spending all freaking day at the free throw line, though. All day. Rebounds are level. Turnovers -3. Field goals very similar. Both teams right around 50%. 3 points very, very level. Free throws. They've had 38 attempts. We've had 20. That's the only difference in this game. It's the free throws. If not for the free throws, we're winning because we've done what we need to do to beat them. We've done exactly what we need to do, but with 6 minutes to play, we close the gap to 4 points. We still have a chance. Walker needs to step it up here in this fourth quarter. 12 points, 3 for 11. Is he going to cost us this game? Well, it's the ref and their whistle going to cost us this game. It certainly looks like it from the frequency of fouls called. We're already in the penalty. They just now reached the penalty with 2 minutes to go. And now they lead by 9. Three-pointer, cuts it to 5. Final minute. Oh, they score. Slow down. 113, 107. More free throws coming, but of course some of that is now via strategy, right? Final minute of the game. You need the clock, you need possession, 2-minute drill. Oh, come on, you missed from the elbow. That was a must make. 30 seconds left in the game. Would have cut it to 5. And they make both free throws. Oh, they fouled us. 7-point game. 30 seconds. Walker's now got 16 points, but 4 of 14. Fox is out of there. I think he just fouled out. And Bagley's out of there, so they might have both fouled out already. I mean, we've been called for 35, 40 fouls in this game. And that's where the Lakers are going to take this one. 4 seconds left. It's over. 116, 109. The difference, Walker, pretty poor today, 4 of 14 shooting. Yes, he scored 16, but really not an efficient day at all. So he struggled. That hurt us. That is part of it. But almost all of the reason for this loss is 42 personal fouls to 25. And only a few of those come down to that final bit of possessions. Points in the paint, exactly level. Second chance points, very close. Fast break, went our way. Points, more or less, where we needed them to be. Again, Walker needed a little bit more. Davis had his 43. We shut down everybody else. Exactly the sequence of events that needed to happen happened. Walker, 4-14, not a good day. He still managed to score 16 points. So, not the worst day. That should have been enough. The fouls is why we lost that game. 48% from the field. They were 53, but again, Davis is always going to shoot a high percentage, so they're always going to have a high percentage. They missed a lot. Guaranteed they missed way more. They only had 70 attempts officially. The reason why they only had 70 attempts officially was because we had 42 fouls. Guaranteed 30 of those, they had 54 free throws, right? You could definitely say that a good 30 of those 42 fouls were on shots. Because that almost, you get 2 shots per, roughly. That's 60. But you get a few makes on those. So it's and ones instead of twos. That's about 30 shooting fouls. Some are in the penalty. But whatever the case may be, that puts them at 100 attempts. So we might have outshot them, but we didn't. 7 for 21 from 3 is not great. 9 for 22 is not much better, but it definitely is better. We were 80% from the stripe. They were 65%. They won this game, though, because they had 54 attempts and we had 30. We now trail 2-1 in the series. And I think it's not over yet. A win in this game obviously keeps it alive. I mean, it levels it at 2 games apiece. But if we lose this game, we have 0 chance of winning the series. Obviously, we have a chance of winning a game or two, but there's no way trailing 3-1 with 2 of the final 3 games in LA. 0 chance that we're going to claim all 3 of those games. All of the series now are 2-1 as the 76ers actually get one. Wow, we squeezed that out. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm calling that a lifeline. We just managed that lifeline. And look at that. Again, the Knicks, the only ones ahead in their series. Everybody else is at 2 games apiece. Knicks 124-114. New Orleans 101-95. Squeakers. Just absolute squeakers. Box score. Bagley. Bad day. But he had 12 rebounds. Richardson. Efficient. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad we picked him up. Cauley-Stein. Efficient. 12 rebounds. Fox. 9 for 12. 4 for 5. 9 for 10. 31 points. Walker. Better day. Still not great. 7 for 17. But 19 points. Slightly better day. He's not had the best of series. Thompson. Awful. 1 for 10, but he got to the charity stripe. Points in the paint. Slight edge. Second chance points. Slight edge. Fast break. How did that happen? That's a surprise. Fouls. 28-23. Davis, 37 points. Who scored this? Corey Joseph was their 3rd leading scorer. Carr had 16. He's always in the teens. Or early 20s, but James had 5. Capella had 5. Caboclo had 4. We shut them down. We did what we needed to do. The fouls were closer, and though it was ridiculously close in the final scoreline, we came away with the win. 29-24 first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, just alternating on who had 29. And then 35-28 in the fourth. Really similar scorelines. 5-point edge, 5-point edge, 5-point edge, and a 7-point edge, just alternating back and forth. We were better in the second and fourth. We were better at finishing. They were better at starting first and third. Both teams in the 40% range for threes, identical 49.4% from the fields. Identical free throw. I mean, it's all right there. Neck and neck. But I told you, one area we should have dominated, that would have meant comfortable win versus losing, right? That would have swung 20 points. We would have won by 20 points if we would have had our normal fast break margin. The difference this time was the fouls were within 5 instead of within a billion difference between us and them. Obviously exaggeration, but so very true. Game 5. 130-103 on the road. On the road. And Davis, not on that scoreline at all. Please tell me he didn't get hurt. Sure, I want to win the series, but that is a real shame if he goes down injured because he's the only reason that they have the number 1 seed. Again, James is not the player he once was, and so they're down to just, it's the Anthony Davis show. And that's become quite clear. 76ers staying alive. Pelicans now lead 3-2. We lead 3-2. And the Warriors lead 3-2. Dashboard. 90% win chance. Game 6 is at home. Game 6 is at home. What has happened? NBA Player of the Week. Okay. Player of the Month. Yeah. No injuries. Let's go back and see that box score. I just can't believe he wasn't on that scoreline. I mean, it's just shocking to me. All right, so Philadelphia wins 121-107. New Orleans wins comfortably. We win comfortably. These were not close games. None of them. Points in the paint, massive advantage. Second chance points, massive advantage. Slight advantage on the fast break points. Bagley had a huge day with 27. He got hurt in the last game. Didn't play. We crushed them in this game because he didn't play. Davis, there it is. He went down in that previous game. No spam call, I will not answer you. 93 on rebounding, 100 on scoring, 89 on the inside shooting, 94 on the endurance, 81 on the shot blocking, 78 defense. Holy cow. I wonder he's scoring 36 a game. Jeez. 12 rebounds a game. He's killing it. Anyway, they're going to lose this series because of that. We are going to get out of this series. We will win one of these next two games with him out. It's been the Anthony Davis show, and that happened in the final moments because he played 42 minutes. All right, Game 6 at home. A chance to move on to the conference finals. And it's done. Walker with 31, Fox with 26, Richardson efficient with 12. We are going to the Western Conference Finals. I don't think it's a deserved victory, though. I absolutely think that with Davis, they're going to win that series. Looking at the supporting cast around him, after I first predicted that they'd win in 6, I went, oh, maybe we could win. I still think that they were going to take it in the end. I still thought that maybe in 7, but that they were going to take it. And if we took it, it was definitely going to come down in 7, and it was going to be close, and it was always going to be, what we saw with that. What was that, Game 3? Right, where we lost that one, where it was, a million fouls, right? We did everything right in there, other than Walker was a little, in that game. He was so-so, but it came down to the fouls. That's what it was going to take to win. Well, then all of a sudden Davis is out. We won the last 2 games comfortably. It was a bit closer. I'm guessing not everything kind of came together on this one. Capella a million free throw attempts. Their fouls was actually only 32-29. That's still high, but James had 20. He stepped up, had a big day. McGee had 23 off the bench. Richardson, 3 for 6. But Fox was 7 for 14. Walker was 8 for 14. They were both efficient. They both had lots of free throw attempts, so they drew a lot of fouls. 9 assists for Fox. So both of those guys had good days. Barnes, great job off the bench, and that's what I've been talking about. Having Bol and Barnes and now Thompson, even though he's only a second-year player, and last year he spent the whole year down in the development league. It's basically a rookie. Those guys, great supported cast, and that makes a real difference against a team that doesn't have that. Gasol had to start. Marc Gasol. Yeah, that guy. Right? 25 minutes, 1 field goal attempt. And it was a 3-pointer. 25 minutes, just 5 rebounds. He almost turned the ball over more than he had rebounds. So, we controlled the paint, even though they got the second chance points. We got the fast break points that we'd been missing the last couple games. Both teams right around 50%, which is amazing. We only had 15 3-pointers attempted in this game because we got to the free throw line so much. We were driving and drawing the contact. The number of fouls they had, 29, and the free throw attempts that we had suggests that we were able to draw a lot of shooting fouls. I mean, almost all of their fouls resulted in free throw attempts for us. So it was, I think, without Davis down there in the post, with Gasol, and it looks like James is playing, no, he's playing small forward, who's matching up Capella. Without Davis down there, we were attacking the post. We were attacking Gasol a lot more. And I think it looks like their guards were the ones who had a lot of fouls. So the guards were fouling as we're driving, and we were efficient in going up and getting the shot. Well, anyway, this game was a lot closer, but we're on. We're on. Let's get these game 7s out of the way so we know our conference final matchups, figure out who we're playing, whether it's Clippers or Warriors. For me, it's obviously a better matchup if it's the Warriors, as the Warriors barely made the playoffs, but they really caught fire late in the season. And it is the Warriors, and they're still a pretty stacked team. The 76ers, who I said were done and dusted, somehow doing it and surviving. It's the Clippers. The Clippers knocked us out last year, right? And the 76ers have survived. So 76ers and Pelicans. And the Clippers and Sonics. So it's a 2 seed and a 4 seed and a 2 seed and a 4 seed, right? It is. 76ers knocked off the Knicks. Wow. Poor New York. Okay. Well, there's your Final Four. I'm Decathlon Gamer. That's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.